Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Rob Taylor in studio. We move over to the Patriots, and summer is still here. The training camp's not quite here yet, which is a good thing. Let us have our summer before it gets too late. But Julian Edelman re-signing with the Patriots, not really surprised that he's re-signed with them, but because his contract wasn't up, it was a little surprising the Patriots would sign him. Could he have gotten more money, do you think, on the free agent market, or does he just love it here? He's
Perhaps he could have got more money, but I guess I would describe Edelman just like Tom Brady did with Troy Brown many years ago. He's the consummate Patriot. There's a very rare time in each city's history where a city literally falls in love with a player and vice versa. I think that is the case with Edelman. I think Boston and New England absolutely loves Edelman, and he's obviously a huge fan of this area. He's very, very loyal to the organization that really sort of took a chance on him. He was really not that much of a guy.
Yeah, not much at all.
He's proven to be an absolute stud for the Pats, and he's really one of the hardest working guys out there. I'm sure he's one of those guys that would want to stay with the Pats and would actually probably play for free. That's how much he loves it. And he's got endorsement deals and all that kind of stuff. He's such a popular guy in the area. And he's going to do okay no matter what the Patriots pay him.
Right. And, okay, so then Gronkowski, a few weeks ago, this was probably 2-3 weeks ago, he gets kind of reworked his deal. Do you think the Malcolm Butler situation where he didn't get paid, he didn't need to get paid, but he wanted to, but Gronk and Edelman didn't need to get paid, and they did. So how does that do you think that rubs Butler the wrong way? I know he's going to play hard this year.
Yeah.
He's shown he's ready.
I think he's an absolute pro, and I think he's gonna take it like a man, and he's gonna step in there and play a heck of a season. It's going to be exciting to see what happens with him and I believe it's Stephen Gilmore.
Yep.
That'll be double pronged attack, a dynamic duo, whatever you want to call them.
Guys in the backfield.
They'll probably be some of the best secondary in the league. It'll be fun to watch them, and I'm sure Butler's probably just biding his time. He's gonna make some money. He knows he is.
Yeah.
And so I think he'll be a pro, and I think he'll play hard for us this year. Again, he's always going to be one of those guys that will never have to buy a beer in Boston.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Based on his performance.
And it seems like he's given it his all this season, even though he might want a contract. He seems to be putting it behind him in so far. One guy the Patriots did sign, David Harris, linebacker, formerly from the New York Jets, and 10-year veteran, good player, durable player by all accounts. He just didn't want to get a cut in his pay. Jets wanted to shed salary. Belichick signed him, and it's going to be another tale of Belichick turning somebody in against the Jets.
Yeah, that seems to be the way it goes with Belichick. He's always able to find value out there in the marketplace and bring players in that, even for their own teams that they played with for years, maybe not were that great, and then they come play for us and they're superstars. So it'll be fun to see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he fits, probably alongside some of the different key players that the Patriots have. And that was one of their weaker, I don't want to say weaker positions, but they don't have a lot of depth. The linebacker, now they've got another guy. And by all accounts, he's a good guy in the locker room. And once again, maybe a move that'll probably backfire on the Jets, I got to imagine.
And Belichick's just so good at coaching guys up.
Right.
To bring him up to the next level. And again, Edelman would be the case. I mean, he's a former quarterback himself, was sort of an unproven wide receiver when he came to the Pats, and he's become an absolute superstar for us. And he's one of the greatest punt returners. Yeah. And heck, he's even played defense for us. He's just an absolute utility man.
Yeah, and so the Patriots will have no problem fitting Harris in. Tom Brady this week went to China for a Under Armour promotional tour, and he loved it there. And he said he'd love to play a game in China at some time. There was talk almost 10 years ago that they were going to have a game in China, Seattle, and New England, and it didn't work out because the NFL wanted to focus on London. Do you think there'll ever be a game in China? And do you ever think there'll be a pro team outside of the United States? There's been talk like a London team. You fly there, you play the team, then you have your bye week, and so on.
Well, I got to say, if any league, professional sports league, will try it, it's going to be the NFL. We've seen them experiment with the Great Britain games.
Yep.
I think to a large extent it's kind of difficult because NFL teams are so huge, and transporting them that distance is such a logistics nightmare.
Right.
And of course, that travel wears the guys down so bad. But I do think that if any league is willing to give it a shot, it's going to be it's going to be the NFL, and China would be a great market to develop. Obviously, there's billions of potential
right?
fans,
Yeah.
and NFL has demonstrated a willingness to go after growth in their industry in their market. So
yeah, I think in the next 5 years you might see the NFL already has the games in London, the games in Mexico City, so they might start moving around if they don't have a professional team in one of the countries permanently, start moving around and trying different countries, maybe over in Europe, another part of Europe or something like that. So even though NFL Europe didn't really do that well, they tried that experiment for a little while. So we'll take our final break. When we come back, we'll go over to the touchscreen and we will get to our top 5 Celtics players of all times when we come back. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.